Yeah. So we are going to discuss about this particular device called JFET. Okay, JFET is a junction field effect transistor. First, you please try to understand the difference between JFET and the previous transistor. It's also one of the transistor. Okay, so this JFET is also one of the transistor, but the name itself is called a junction field effect transistor. Okay, J for junction field effect transistor, and people are saying that it's a voltage control device. I explained to you what is voltage control device, and it is a unipolar device. The previous device is bipolar device, bipolar junction transistors, but it's a unipolar device. And here the conduction of current is either due to electrons or due to holes. In the previous case, in transistors, conduction of current is due to both electrons and holes. Okay. Say for example, in the case of NPN transistor, okay, I told you about NPN transistor. So in NPN transistor, current conduction is due to electrons mainly, but there must be some small amount of current is flowing through the transistor that is due to holes. Okay, so in transistor, both in ordinary bipolar junction transistor, the current conduction is due to both electrons as well as due to holes. Okay, depending upon the type of transistor, that may be either NPN or PNP. In NPN, in the sense NPN. So it is more electrons are there. So majority carriers are electrons, and minority carriers are holes. Okay, so minority carrier current is also there, majority carrier current is also there. But in PNP transistor, holes are majority carriers, so the current conduction, mainly the current conduction is due to holes. Okay, and majority carriers are holes, and minority carriers are electrons in PNP transistor. But in this case, in JFET, okay, JFET, junction field effect transistor, in junction field effect transistor, there must be a junction. I will explain the constructional details of JFET after a while. Okay. Now here also there are two types of transistors. One is N-channel JFET, another one is P-channel JFET. Normally BJT is called as bipolar junction transistors. What we have studied earlier are basically simply they will call it as transistors. Okay. But here in N-channel JFET, you see like BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Here also there are three terminals. In BJT, I will draw the symbol of BJT. What we have learned already. Okay, so it consists of three terminals. One is base. This is going to be base. Another one is collector, and this is emitter. Okay, these are the three terminals of any transistor, BJT. Okay, so this is the symbol of BJT. Now here in JFET, you see there must be one gate. Instead of the base, there is one gate. Okay, there's a gate, and instead of collector, we have a drain, and instead of emitter, there is a source. So even you can have see, I think some disturbance is there. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Some disturbance is there, isn't it? Is it okay? No problem. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We are able to.
Yes. Now you can align. Even you can have, you can compare this BJT. BJT means bipolar junction transistor. What we have studied already. This is BJT. We can compare this BJT and this JFET, junction field effect transistor. Here in BJT, there are three terminals: base, collector, emitter. One second, I am not able to concentrate class. Sarika. So here in BJT, there are three terminals. One is base, another one is collector, and third one is emitter. And in JFET, there are three terminals like gate, drain, as well as source. Right. Now I can I can align these two transistors, JFET as well as BJT. In JFET, there must be one terminal called drain. Okay, you see, drain you can equate to collector. In BJT, I told collector collects the charge carriers, emitter emits the charge carriers. Okay, so similarly here, source is mainly used for generating the electrons and holes. Okay, now here in N-channel JFET, N-channel, the channel is made up of N-type charge carriers, so current conduction is mainly due to electrons. I told you this JFET is a unipolar transistor. Okay, so current conduction is due to electrons or holes. So in N-channel JFET, current conduction is due to electrons, but in P-channel transistor, current conduction is due to holes. Okay, so accordingly, we have to make this particular JFET in such a way that conduction may be taking place, right? So in JFET, this is not exactly similar to BJT. This is not exactly similar to BJT, but here, there is a gate. Okay, gate, and the gate is separated from the insulated from the channel. So with the help of one silica layer that I'll explain in the next slide. I think we're able to understand what I'm trying to say. So in N-channel JFET, channel is made up of N-type semiconductor, and charge carriers are mainly due to electrons. In P-channel JFET, current conduction is due to holes, and channel is made up of P-type charge carriers or P-type semiconductor. Okay, so here you can see N-channel JFET is there, P-channel JFET is there. Okay, are you able to understand the symbol? So basically speaking, there are three types of three terminals in JFET. Two types of JFET, but three terminals in JFET. Understood? Understood, Zuban and Zana?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will explain the working principle of this particular JFET. There is one analogy which is available here. You can see the pipe, right, through which water will be flowing. So I can say that this is a source. Okay, if you switch on, or if you see, this is like a valve. Okay, by rotating this valve, it's a gate, it's a barrier. If you open it, definitely water will come out. Right, that may be taken or collected with the help of some bucket or whatever it may be. So it's a gate. Okay, gate is an arrestor. Even you can close it, you can open it. So here in JFET, by giving some supply to the gate, either from the source, electrons will be emitted or holes will be emitted. Okay, and this will be collected by the drain. So it's an analogy, water analogy, which is used for explaining the operation of JFET. Are you able to follow this one? You see, gate. Gate is what is that? It is an arrestor through which you can open. It's a switch. You can open the pipe or close the pipe, right? So if you open, source emits or the water will be coming out. Okay, water flows. It will be collected by the bucket or whatever it may be. Okay, and this is going to be the drain. Drain is basically collector. Understood this concept or not? I will explain this concept with the support of some potential voltage. Based upon the potential which is applied to the gate, electrons will be emitted or holes will be emitted. Okay, or it is flowing through the channel. Finally, it may be collected by the drain.